My man Vernon Maxwell is joining us. He's in town for the weekend. Great to have him on the show as always, but great to have him back in the H. Great to catch up from all our years together with the Rockets and all the things you've been through. And I was thinking about it on the way in today, and just your thoughts on how the game has changed. Because when you guys played, there wasn't load management. There wasn't taking nights off or worried about in the regular
Yeah,
season 3 games and 4 nights.
yeah,
Y'all just played, and now you
yeah.
see these guys, and it's a different story.
Yeah. Well, me and some guys the other day was talking about this, older guys like myself and, played in the NBA. We were talking about, like, shit, I could have played 20 years if I had that damn load management. That's the shit they do now. I mean, I could have played 20 years. But it's different now, man. And, like, when I played, man, I pride myself and I trained my body. I prepared to play 82 games.
Mm.
And that's what I tried to pride myself on, trying to play the whole season. I really didn't miss a lot of games through my whole career. I just, that's what I like to do because I love the game so much. I can't sit over there and watch people out there playing ball and shit, and I'm just sitting over on the sideline. And I know I'm healthy, and I can't help my teammates out, but I got a problem with that. So the mindset was totally different back in the day when we played than it is now. But kudos to these guys, man. I mean, cause shit, they're making all the money, and so generational wealth type money. So I'm happy for these guys. We paved the way for these guys, but if they letting them do it, the organization is letting them sit out and not let the fans see their favorite player play in certain cities when they go into. That's on the organization, man.
It's great stuff, V.
Do you think, would you have included that, Vernon, in your trash talk now? If you were playing today and you were going up against Kawhi Leonard and you knew he was utilizing load management, would that have been part of your trash talk to him on the court?
Well, yeah, I'm going to let y'all, everybody knows Matt Max. I'm a talker. I got to, everybody, man, please shut the hell up. I'm going to talk the whole game, so. From when we walking up, when they throwing the ball up, I'm saying, come up and to bust your ass tonight, boy. And, but I'm going to talk the whole game. But everybody know who I was and what I was going to do. Yeah, but it's just, it's totally different than when I played. And they're so much athletic than we were. But I just don't think that's
But
probably
on that note, V, I always credited you with being one of the greatest athletes of your generation in terms of guys that were the quickest end to end with or without the basketball, guys that could guard anybody on the floor. I'm wondering in today's game, with as much as it's changed, if that would be a benefit to you or that would be a detriment to you. How would your game translate to today?
It'll definitely be a benefit to me. Shit. I think I can average 20 plus if I play in this era right now. I average 20 plus. Because you can't touch nobody no more.
Right.
As soon as somebody put their hands on you, and like you said, I was one of the fastest guys with athletic wise you've seen, and running up end to end on the court. So I'm going to the bucket every time. As soon as we get in the film, I see 4 or 5 up there on the shot, up there on the scoreboard. Oh, here I come. I'm running down in there, getting fouled because you can't touch me.
Well, you were also known, Vernon, as being a hell of a defender and one of the only guys in the league that could guard Jordan and hold Jordan down, so to speak. How would your reputation be as a defender in today's game, knowing that you can't guard like you used to?
I think I'll do well. When you defend, it comes from your heart. You got to have heart when you play defense because you don't get really no accolades for doing that shit. So, so it's really, you got to have heart now. But I think everybody know me. I'm going to sit down on one of these young boys and I'm going to get physical with their ass. I'm going to be in their ear all night. And, I'll lock some of these motherfuckers up. I know that. I'll lock a lot of these guys, they can score. But it's hard to stop a score in the NBA now, too, because like I said, you touch somebody, it's a foul. So, But I would like to being able to guard LeBron and being able to guard some of these guys in the league right now that's playing right now. I would love to be able to do that. So, but
V, I'm curious because of all the things that you and I have been through and the ups and the downs and always being friends throughout it. I remember when you would give me interviews in the training room when you weren't talking to the media, and us getting up and us getting up shots after practice, and
Yeah.
always being on a level with each other. And I'm curious because you had so many great moments. Obviously, the championships are part of it, but if you were to single out, like, to me, some of your greatest moments it wasn't the championship itself, but it was you stepping up in some of those big games in the New York series, or games when we needed somebody other than Dream, and you just came to the forefront.
Well, my thing is that, because like I keep telling, like when I talk about championship and with Houston, I keep saying, and I stand firm on this. Vernon Maxwell, I'm gonna take this to my grave. If it wasn't for Vernon Maxwell going out there in Game 3 against fucking Phoenix, we don't win no championship in Houston.
Facts.
And I know that. We can't go down 0-3.
I think about Max. I think about you.
We go down 0-3, man. That's the death of us. We did. We go down 0-3. So when I went in there, Phoenix, that's where I stand on that.
Not only that, Max, but what about the New York series?
Excuse me. No New York series. But yeah, we couldn't have got to the New York series without me doing what I did in Game 3 in Phoenix.
True.
That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
It wasn't going to be no New York series. It would have been Phoenix and New York.
Now,
it would have been Phoenix and New York. So that's where I think where I gave and I live and I stand on that part right there where when in Game 3 in Phoenix and everybody else stood to the side, let me go on and shine. And that's what I told them I was going to do that. So, but I mean, so that's where that moment right there. Because there's no championship ever in Houston if I don't go in there and do that.
Well, how special was that group too? From Rudy to know, hey, Rudy was the guy that rode the hot hand, and he knew that if you had it going, you go to him until it ain't working anymore. So from Rudy to your teammates to all realize and recognize and get out of the way, that's big too.
No, Rudy T is, like I said, the best coach. I stand on this, the best coach ever I have ever played for. Unfortunately, it happened when I was in the NBA. You probably thought it was, I'll say, about high school. The high school coach was a great coach, though, too. So Rick Swain, I love him to death, but he let me go. He gave me the green light. So, but Rudy T was a special guy, man. I mean, he's special in my heart, man. He's always going to be, like I said, he's my favorite coach, and he gave me the opportunity where I can come into Houston, and Don Chaney brought me in. But then when Rudy took Don's job, then Rudy gave me the opportunity, like, man, I want you to play your damn game and forget what everybody else saying around you. You just go out there and do what you do. And that's all I needed to hear. So, I love Rudy T, man. That's my guy.
Vernon Maxwell joining us here on ESPN 97.5. Vernon, it's a different game now, right? We talked about defense and you can't touch anybody, but it's a different offensive game too. A lot more 3-and-D, right? The big man and the role of the big man has changed a lot since you played. I mean, obviously it's almost 180 degrees as to what it was when you played. Do you think we'll ever see the big man era like that before?
It's a wrap with it's no more Elijah Wan and Abdul-Jabbar and guys running from paint to paint.
Yeah.
The big guys don't do that nowadays. You got to be able to stretch the floor now, man. It's like a European league now. These big guys got to be able to shoot now, and so that's just the way the game is played now. And I guess that's the way the NBA wanted it. They want more threes and make it more exciting. But I like the game. There's a lot of athletic ass guys out there. It's crazy. But I love the game. I like watching it. It's entertaining to me. But I wouldn't play it that way, the way they play it. So I'll be a little bit different.
I bet you are chomping at the bit watching it though, going, man, if I had my skill set from back then now. It'd be lights out, game over because.
Oh my goodness! I'll be an all-star.
No question. I was curious before we let you
Yeah.
go because part of the other thing we talked about Rudy T, but your teammates. Mario Ellie thought you when you were supposed to be coming in today, he was actually going to come over and surprise you. He called me up and said he was going to stop in, but
my guy, that's my guy. Love, that's my guy.
well, you had so many of them because I think about that group and think about how many like lifers you got for friends and teammates when you talk about Sam and Mario and Rob and all those guys.
Man, Carl Herrera, all them guys, man, everybody, man, they're my family, man. Everybody I played with, man, here in Houston, man, we don't talk a lot, we talk as much, but everybody, we all know each other. We love each other and care about our well-being and how we're living and what's going on in our lives and stuff. Like, for instance, I got Otis Thorpe. I just called Otis Thorpe the other day. I'd be like, man, they be leaving Otis Thorpe out, man, around here in Houston. I don't like that shit. Nobody don't never, ever really say nothing about Otis Thorpe. And that's my homeboy. And I'm from Florida, Houston, Florida. I reached out to him the other day. I said, Otis, man, I want you to please come and play in my golf. It would be an honor for me to have you play in my golf tournament, man, because everybody always leaves you. I mean, I don't like that, man. And that's my dog, man. So
OT plays golf.
Otis Thorpe is who?
Yeah, OT, he plays golf. I know he plays in Austin a lot, so that's great.
He the one got me to started playing golf when I was back here in Houston. When I first started, he started me in playing golf. So, because he said, "Boy, you got to find something to do in the summertime, boy, because you're gonna get yourself in some trouble. You got to find a goddamn hobby outside of goddamn. You got to find a hobby outside of basketball, boy. You're gonna get in some damn trouble with nothing to do in the summertime." So, and that's what I picked up golf, man, and it was a blessing in disguise for me, man.
Thank
you, OT, my brother.
That's awesome. I love it.
And then another thing I wanted to say too. I'm sorry. And I want everybody to come out tonight too. I got this my little meet and greet at Max Dive. So please come out and join me, and we're going to be talking. I'm just going to be meet and greet and
where is it
at? On the table and Max's Wine
Dive. Got you. The one off of Washington Avenue.
Yeah, from 6 to Washington Avenue from 6 to 9.
Outstanding.
Please come out and join us on Mad Max. We're going to have some drinks. We're going to have a good time. We're going to play some good music, drink some wine.
All right, so you make me a promise, though. Well, next time you're in town before this golf tournament happens, you're coming in studio because we got to catch up.
Man, I'm definitely going to come in. I got you, baby boy. You know, you're one of my favorites, man. Like you already said, you shot around with me, you rebound for me. I mean, when I used to have fallouts with the goddamn media around here, I said, come on, man, I'll talk to you.
Yep.
But everybody else, y'all get away from me. So I'm going to talk to you.
I love you, brother. We'll catch up before you play.
Yeah, I love you
play
too,
some
brother.
golf.
You know that.
But be good, have some fun tonight, and have some fun this weekend.
Okay, brother. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you for having me on, man.
Anytime. There's Vernon Maxwell, ladies and gentlemen.